Another website you can use to investigate threats is Talos. This is part of Cisco, so it's not actually by the Abuse group, but Cisco company. And this allows you to investigate, for example, servers and also threats. So you'll see by default word map, and you can query by IP, domain, network, and so on. So for example, we had some malicious URL here. I'm gonna copy that IP address and then search for it. So I'm gonna click search. You'll see it's checking. So on talosintelligence.com, we are now doing a lookup on that server that is spreading this malicious software. You'll see this server is located in Germany, in Frankfurt, has a bad reputation for emails, web reputation not good as well. It's also listed in an anti-spam website. And you can find some more information, like who is information, so who is behind this server. And you'll see this is actually action register. And in this way you can also investigate or get more information. So this is an open source application, and by default you see the dashboard. So you first see the dashboard of the world map, and the world map shows an overview of different indicators. So for example, malware or spam and so on. So you can click on any of these markers to find out more information. So you'll see some network addresses here that are doing something with email. We can click on the orange one. You'll see they are spreading spam, these computers. So on these IP addresses, you can click on different ones. For example, in India, these are being used for spam. Different are being used for spam. You can see these green ones are used to spread malware. So some malware is being spread from Spain, it seems. We can zoom in. Yeah, some malware being spread from Spain. From the Netherlands also. Oh, no, that's spam. We have to zoom in a bit. So some malware being spread in the Netherlands. So these three servers are spreading malware. In France as well, you have some malware being spread. And so you can get some more information just on the world map. You can see different threats. Now, if you're not interested in spam, for example, you can deselect it. And also email, not interesting. So now we can see some countries where malware is being spread right now. So active links or active servers. Now, obviously, this is not going to list all of the servers around the world. And so, for example, on URL host or URL host, we have a list also of internet addresses that are being used to spread malware. Or we can go to statistics. And we most likely see some. Okay, we don't see the actual IP addresses, but the networks that are being used to spread malware. But when we click browse, we can find IP addresses as well that are being used to spread malware. So there's more than these that actually spread malware. Now, if you click on vulnerability information, you can find information about 0 days. So that is vulnerabilities in software that have not actually been fixed yet. They can be abused by an attacker. So you'll see different vendors here that of software that has 0-day vulnerability. And so you can scroll down and you see all these companies or vendors that have vulnerable software. So you'll see have a report ID, and of those are not actually disclosed. You can get an indication about which software is vulnerable right now. You can browse it. So those have 0 days. So unresolved security vulnerabilities in the actual software. Now there is the reputation center, and in the reputation center you can find, for example, IP or domain name reputation. For example, we can type google.com, or you can type an IP address that you're interested in and can find more about the reputation of that website or of that IP address. Now, it can take a moment to actually load and show you the information. In this case, it shows that this is a trusted, it's not spreading malware or other malicious software.